This is me Castor's progress from working on the stay and doing some leading and some backing up. So I've been doing the stay for a little bit, but I feel like I've been doing it in a confusing way. So now I've added in the touch cue that you saw just a second ago, and then I'm still saying whoa when I walk away, but I should have been adding in that touch cue every single time just so I stay consistent with it. He is listening well and he's staying. That's what I want, but I think it would be a lot more clear to him if I could stay consistent with that touch cue instead of that second time I just walked away. So he is following me. There's my touch cue. I'm going to say whoa, and then I'm going to touch him on the forehead and then walk away. So right now I'm just trying to add in the stay to leading. So like if I'm leading him and then I ask him to stay, and then I can walk away and do whatever. So I'm going to click him while I'm away, and then I'm going to come back. So you've seen in the last few videos where we built up just the stay itself and until I could go farther and farther away from him. And now I'm adding it into leading. So if I'm taking him somewhere and then, oh, I want to go get a brush or a bucket or whatever, then I ask him to stay and then I can go further away from him. So at this point, like I added in a lot of stuff at once. Like we went from leading to, okay, now stay, and then I went really far away. You might have to break it down a lot more for your horse. You might have to be leading, ask him to stay, step one, step away, and then come back to him, and then build up 2 steps, 3 steps, etc. And until you can do those further steps. But he is doing quite well. He actually picked up that stay really, really well, even though in the last video I wasn't doing the forehead touch consistently. So just be careful of that, like making sure you have a cue and you stick with the cue, because I didn't hear, like I had the whoa the whole time, but I feel like both the visual, or not the visual, the tactile cue of me touching him and the sound vocal cue of me saying whoa helped. So I just gave him a little jackpot on the mat there because he was excellent. Like that was the first time I'd asked him to lead while he was doing some stay. So I just gave him a quick break, went and refilled my treats, and asked him to come with me. I want to straighten him out because I want to work on the back up a little bit. I wanted to do more distance stuff. I'm just going to get him straight here with my hand target and then reward him here. And then I wanted him to just back up and add in some more distance at the back up. So that was my plan. I'm asking him to back up. I have just like a hand wiggle wave, and then I click him as he goes back. And he's up to about 3 steps here. Again, if you need to train this with your horse, I would start with just the 1 step. Like you'd seen in his previous videos where I had trained him with the target, and then I added in the voice cue of back and the hand cue of this hand cue here where I'm waving. And then so I would add in the back, or add in the hand cue and then do the target so that he would see that first cue and then, okay, well, the target's coming, I'm gonna go back. So, and then you want to pair it too to where he's thinking about going back. So you've been doing it at the target, he's prepared to go back, and then you add in that word or that hand cue as he's going back. So this looks great. And his backup's really nice too. He's pretty strong at that. He's not super straight, like he kind of turns to the right a little bit or to the left a little bit, but that's okay. Like I'm totally fine with that. Like he's being super fantastic here. Like Castor really fills in the gaps for me when I didn't explain this, all these behaviors super well. Like look how far away he is. Like he's doing great. Like you're gonna probably have to do this in a more structured way than I did here with Castor, because he's like, oh, keep backing up, okay, but a lot of horses might get confused. I'm just gonna give him a jackpot here to end because you're so much further away, so I'm gonna have to break that down.